welcome one and all. I have no idea what I'm going to be naming this channel just yet, but I'm sure we'll all know now because this has gone live. So this, I suppose, is my Motor Vlogging channel. What's it going to be all about? Perhaps my little exploits out on my little CB125F that I've had for around about 2 weeks, and perhaps what gear I buy and just my experiences with motorcycling that I'm pretty new at the moment. So I'm not young. What am I? 58. And I've got my L plates on my little Honda CB125F, and I'm just pootling around the countryside here in South Wales. So what's my history when it comes to riding a motorbike? Well, pretty much zero. I've always fancied doing my CBT and learning how to ride a bike. I've got no real interest in motorbikes in all my life, which I find it really strange. I don't know why I've wanted to do my CBT, but thought about it for quite a while. And took the plunge one day. In fact, that was about I'd say that's about 4 weeks ago now, when I took my CBT. It was absolutely pouring down with rain all the way through the day, right from the moment I got there, right up until the end of my little excursion around the South Wales valleys. Soaked to the skin, but you know what, I got off that motorbike at the end of the day and I loved it. I was like a kid who just got off a fairground ride because I wanted to go back on again. It was absolutely brilliant. I'd already planned my theory then for the week after, and I spent about 2 weeks really revising that. And do you know what, I haven't looked at the highway code in at least, dare I say, 40 years. And do you know what, it's amazing what you don't know. So if you are watching this and you're old like me and you haven't looked at your highway code in a long time, please, I do strongly suggest that you go and check it out, because there are things on there I didn't even know. Trams, and for instance, we've got signs for trams now. Goodness me. So anyway, that's beside the point. Hazard perceptions on a phone is very, very difficult. I'm pleased to say that I passed my theory. .47 out of 50. The only thing that I was a little bit annoyed at was the fact that they didn't tell you. Well, they told you in what category you got the questions wrong, but they didn't tell you what questions wrong. They didn't tell you what questions you got wrong, which I thought is a bit of a disappointment, because to be honest, I would like to have known what questions I did actually get wrong, just so I could then make sure that I knew them when I'm actually hitting the road. So anyway, theory done, CBT done. What was I going to do? Looked around for a little 125, saw a couple of little second-hand Yamahas and Hondas and Went down to a place called Thunder Road down in Cwmbran. They've got branches throughout the country. Went down to Cwmbran, had a look around. They had a second-hand one there of about 2 years old that was literally only about £200 cheaper than a brand new model. So I went away, ummed and ahed, chatted with my wife about it. What shall I do? She said, oh, do you know what, for the extra couple £100, you get a bike with warranty, you get a bike with no need for an MOT, you get all the warranties and everything with it. Do you know what, go for a new one. So do you know what, I just bit the bullet and went for it. Had it delivered, oh my gosh, what an exciting day that was. Like Christmas. I want to do my DAS, whatever you want to call it. I want to ride a bike. At least I want to get a license to ride. So they said to do your mod 1 and mod 2. Don't bother buying a 125. But you know what? I felt that even though I'd spent a whole day out on a bike, I personally did not feel comfortable enough doing anything, any lessons or anything like that. So, do you know what? I want to gain some experience riding the bike, changing gears. I've ridden a road bike all my life. I don't know why I'm going down here, to be honest. Trying 2 fingers on the old clutch instead of 4. I find if you do 2 fingers, when you bring the clutch in, it touches your fingers. You don't have to bring the clutch in all the way. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I didn't feel that I had enough experience. Nope, ambulance coming up from behind. I didn't feel that I'd had enough experience on a bike. Can you tell? So I thought I'd get a 125. I'm going to have a pootle around with it. For a couple of months. Get some experience on the road. Handling a bike. Characteristics, changing gears, braking, the whole thing. Sticking to speed limits, which cars around here don't like you doing. And just to practice doing your mod 1 in sort of car parks, doing your doing your U-turns, and which I'm not very good at, but again, practice makes perfect. Been doing a few little emergency stops, weaves in and out, slalom. I bought some little cones that just arrived to the roads in here. I bought some little cones that I'm going to practice by weaving. Going to practice doing my figure of eights. That is what I'm going to be doing. We got a council car park not far from where I live, and do you know what? That's what I'm going to be doing every couple of little trips out on the bike. Try and get out every couple of days in the evenings. Nights are starting to draw in a little bit now, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Seems to be hitting all the bloody manhole covers. There it. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, making sure that I'm going to pass my Mod 1 and obviously the experience on the road here with the Mod 2 as well. So that's what the whole idea is going to be all about. Been buying some kits I've been going along. I know you shouldn't really gain speed, should you, until you actually reach the 40 mile an hour better. So I've been buying kits, I've been going along. I'm not the guy who's going to be in all his leathers. Bike's a nice little white Honda CB125F, white helmet. I bought a jacket at Duccini, which is black. That's pretty nice. That's got a bit of a thermal lining in it. So I'm looking forward to wearing that more towards the winter comes. Nice pair of winter gloves. Gloves I got on here now. A little bit more of a summer gloves. Got a summer jacket as well, which is really nice. It just lets the wind through a little bit. When the sun goes in, or when we come into these sort of areas like this where there is no sun, it is a little bit on the chilly side, but you know what, it's a gorgeous evening. And it is flipping fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this. Must always remember to try and get in number 2 position on the road, central position. I'm used to riding a push bike. I normally ride on the left hand side. So it's good. It's a good feeling. So really my intentions are to go and do my Mod 1, Mod 2. I'm going to go back to the training school where I did my CBT and rent one of their bikes. That's the plan of action. Perhaps not this year, 2023, perhaps we're going to do that next year. A bit of experience now. This autumn, coming in the winter. Pass my Mod 1, Mod 2 next year. Then we'll see. Not quite sure. May get the CB500F perhaps. Don't know yet. But the idea is then go on a few little day trips. Louise, my wife, be my pillion, and just experience this, because I think this is an absolute amazing experience. I absolutely love it. I do flipping love it. See, I love cycling. As he says, riding his motorbike. But you know what? If I come off at 30 mile an hour, I've got protective knee padding, hips, some jeans and special boots. Special jacket, got a helmet. What's he got? little bit of lycra. It's just not good, is it? That's what really does scare me.